Hi everybody, it's Paul again from Ballistic Blood Bullets, and we are here today for a shout out for a relative newcomer to the community here on YouTube, and that's for Trockstar 5, the very cool and charming Vince. He's from the USA and got a very entertaining channel. And he's a very cool and constructive and charismatic host. So highly recommend going across and checking him out and subscribing. And Vince is very kindly holding a competition as well. He's just fairly recently hit the milestone of 50 subscriptions, and he very much wanted to give something back and say thank you to all those people by, as I say, throwing a competition. And he's got 3 prizes up for grabs. So we've got a first, second and third place. And what Vince has asked us very shrewdly to do, with a connection to his Trockstar 5 name, is in this competition is actually discuss a favourite movie which is something to do with the number 5, hence the Trockstar 5, and the significance of the choice connecting the film or films to the number 5. I want to do something a little bit different and have a little bit of fun with this and throw in some movies rather than just one movie, just for Vince, and make it a little bit more entertaining, hopefully, for people watching. Certainly, before I get into my sort of selection of more than one, I definitely have a real fondness, series-wise, at the moment, for the new show of Hawaii Five-0, which is a contemporary take on the old classic, with Steve McGarrett still heading up the team, but it's a whole lot newer, lots more action, and obviously the great locale of Hawaii again, but Hawaii Five-0. So there's my first connection to the number 5. The next one is a little nod to the Shaw Brothers, and that's a film called Five Fingers of Death. It's a little bit more than a nod to the Shaw Brothers, because it is, of course, a Shaw Brothers film, and it stars the normally associated with being a bad guy, Lo Lei. That's who we're looking at the moment. But this is one where he plays the good guy, and he's a martial arts expert, and he takes down the bad guys, and it is a very cool movie indeed. And this is the special limited edition released in America. It's not from the Celestial label, it's an independent one, but this is definitely a very cool edition of the film. So there we are, we have Lo Lei in a non-atypical role reversal, where he plays the good guy, but he's a cool guy. He died about 10 years or so ago, unfortunately, but left behind him a great legacy. Lots of films, and as I say, predominantly played the bad guy, but he was a master at whatever he turned his hand to. Very, very much a star of his time. But there we are, that's Five Fingers of Death. Now the fun really comes in here. This is what I want to do a spin on the theme for Vince, and what I'd like to do is actually give up 5 films, 5 science fiction films no less, from the 50s. So we have all the 5s there, and starting out with the iconic, the classic, the original 50s take of The Thing. And its original title is The Thing from Another World. Absolute, genuine classic, and of course directed by Christian Nyby, and from the production stable of Howard Hawks. Absolute classic of its time, no question about it. So there we are, that's the first of the 50s 5 sci-fi films, The Thing from Another World. Next up, another bona fide classic, without question. That's the original take of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Really loved this one as a kid growing up watching it. Fantastic film, very creepy, genuinely very, very well done. This particular DVD, it's got the original black and white movie, and it's got the colour version as well. Now, I'm against colorising films, but when you get the selection of both films, and one I think is in a letterbox 1661 edition, and the other's in a original full frame 1331. It's something different. You can actually choose. So when you've got the choice between the original black and white and a colorized version, I don't mind, because you can check it out, but you're not being made to select something that you wouldn't ideally choose to do so. But there we are. That's Howard Hawks' production of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I must say that I do also really like the more modern take in about 1978 with Donald Sutherland, and another great film with Leonard Nimoy as well. Very, very cool film. The whole idea behind the Invasion of the Body Snatchers really is a very cool movie franchise. But there we are. This is from the 50s, and this is the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Next up we have the first of 3 movies, which is actually directed by Jack Arnold, who was prolific during this period with these sci-fi movies. And this is The Incredible Shrinking Man. Loved this again as a kid, always watched it on sort of Saturday night TV, and it was a bona fide classic for me. And watching it again in the digital format, cleaned up and spruced up for a new generation of people to watch, and being shown in a widescreen 1781 anamorphic version, this is going to be terrific watching it again. I've recently picked up this box set, but without question, The Incredible Shrinking Man is one of those films that I absolutely loved growing up. Watched it dozens of times, and can't wait to watch it again. And it won't be once more, it will be once and then again and again in this format, without question. But there we are, the 3rd entry from the 50s, The Incredible Shrinking Man. Sticking with the Jack Arnold theme, the second of 3 movies in this set, Tarantula, giant spiders, 8-legged original freaks. And this says it all. Giant spider strikes, crawling terror, 100 feet high. Brilliant film, starring John Agar, Mara Corday and Leo G. Carroll, who gets attacked towards the end and bitten, and turns into a pretty horrific looking specimen, freak himself. But this is great fun, without question. One of the classic sci-fi 50s movies, no question about it. Brilliant stuff. So there we are, that's the 4th entry out of 5 from the 50s, Tarantula. And here we go with the 3rd and final one from Jack Arnold. Classic, I mean, what a director, so many good films. This is the awesome Creature from the Black Lagoon. They don't get much better than this when it comes to classic movies. This is one that is certainly, I would say, primed to be remade these days, and with the effects that they can do, and as long as they stick with a guy in a monster suit, so have the creature as a guy in a suit, rather than spoil it with silly CGI, this could be classic. This could be really well done. But nothing to beat the original. And this is, again, one of the classics from the 50s. Excuse me, guys. And this is the one and only Creature from the Black Lagoon. Absolutely awesome. I mean, look at that artwork. Absolutely fabulous stuff. Love it. Absolutely fantastic. So there we are. Those are my 5 entries from the 50s for sci-fi classics. And along with the other 2 that I mentioned, these are part and parcel of my entry into Trockstar 5's fantastic competition. Thanks very much, Vince. Hope these meet with your approval, and hopefully entertained along the way as well. So there we are, guys. Check out Trockstar 5. Sign up, subscribe, give him some thumbs up. Really good guy. Well deserving. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.